Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Pro Wrestling Action's Born to be Wild Day 2 here at the Leesburg Bike Fest. My name is Dr. Eric Christopher, and I'm joined by Brandon Cory Alexander. Brandon, I am excited tonight.
You're not as excited as I am. You seem to miss day 1, but I'm glad you're here for day 2, man. We're in for a night, well, I should say an afternoon of wild, no pun intended, action here at Pro Wrestling Action. This match is the Trust Fund Kid, Blake Banks, taking on OnlyCams. Cam Stewart, he has so many subscribers.
He does. You are one of them. In fact, you're the top subscriber. I'm very proud of you for that fact.
I was told I was the only one. $9.99 a month. We got Blake Banks taking early control of this match. Got a waist lock. Down to the mat goes Cam Stewart. Blake Banks with a front face lock on the floor, trying to take the air out of the lungs by attacking the esophagus of Cam Stewart.
And I'll say I wasn't here yesterday, but I heard great things about Blake Banks' first ever title defense as the Voltage champion. And now here we are, 24 hours later, he's defending the championship for a second time. Doing a pretty good job at champion, if you ask me.
Absolutely, he did a fantastic job yesterday. The crowd was behind him. He fed off the energy like no other. But right now, feeding off the energy of the crowd is the boos that the crowd is giving to Cam Stewart. Cam Stewart getting embarrassed yesterday, looking to get a little redemption, make a name for himself here in Leesburg, Florida.
Now, I'm not entirely sure why these people are telling Cam he sucks. He's providing exclusive content.
Exclusive. Like you can only see it on OnlyCams.
Exactly. Have you ever actually looked at OnlyCams.com?
Yeah, it's just selfies of him in the mirror.
Ah, see, I told you. You knew. You subscribed.
I'm the only one. I told you.
I knew it.
Blake Banks mocking Cam Stewart right now with hip thrusts. Kind of remnants of some Heartbreak Jake, if you don't mind.
Oh, a little bit. I mean, you got a lot of guys here in Pro Wrestling Action who are quite good at that hip swivel.
Scoop slam. Cam Stewart is down. I'm sorry. Cam Stewart is down, and he's trying his hardest to get his energy back, but he just can't do it after the embarrassing loss that he suffered yesterday.
Only a 1 count. That is surprising.
I give the kid credit where credit's due. He's got a lot of heart, a lot of tenacity. He's just a little too cocky, a little too egomaniacal sometimes, and he gets into his head, and situations like this happen. And now, pay attention! Blake Banks over the top, but protects himself. He's lining him up. Target!
Oh!
Right into the chest and face area goes the knee and the shin of Blake Banks. Cam Stewart is hurting. He is in pain right now. He's trying to get away. Count is broken at 3. Blake Banks and Cam Stewart back in the middle of the ring here. Leesburg, Florida, born to be wild, and we are set for a wild afternoon. Fireman's carry, Blake Banks in control. Cam Stewart fighting back right now, elbows to the sternum into the face. Goes to the corner to try to protect himself, and nope! Smart maneuver there by Cam Stewart as he pulls Blake Banks' face into the middle turnbuckle, now stomping a mud hole. Will he walk it dry, though? That's the question.
Man, I love these Bike Fest shows. The weather is hot, but the action's even hotter, and this crowd is getting into it, booing the heck out of Cam Stewart over here.
Absolutely. We're surrounded by a rowdy bunch. This crowd hates Cam Stewart.
They do.
Solid right hand to the jawbone, the very beautiful jawbone of the Trust Fund Kid.
I think it's safe to say that Cam might not get any new subscribers today, but he might become the Voltage champion.
He very well may. Reversal off the ropes. Oh, look at Blake Banks pulling one out of the arsenal. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. Solid lariat.
What a clothesline.
Solid lariat. Did you hear that smack, Dr. Eric?
Man.
Holy crap. Skin on skin contact. It rattled my table over here.
That is some pent-up aggression from this crowd booing him so much. He is taking it out on the Trust Fund Kid today.
I told you, the advantage kind of goes towards the champion in a match like this, because, I mean, realistically, if you wanted him, he could get counted out, he could hit a DQ, he could walk away, but he's a fighting champion. But the advantage also kind of goes to Cam Stewart, because this man has a lot of pent-up rage. He's mad from yesterday. He's trying to get his revenge and get a W for once.
Absolutely. I mean, Cam Cam Stewart, he's been in pro wrestling action for a very long time, but if I'm not mistaken, this might be one of the only championship matches he's gotten here in PWA. So you got to imagine years and years of built-up frustrations. He's coming for the gold.
And that's why I have a doctor by my side. That is a statistic I did not know. Cam Stewart not happy with the referee's counting skills, apparently. Blake Banks checking his lip to make sure he's not busted open. Right hand, right to the side of the temple. In my experience in pro wrestling, it is not a good idea to mock the crowd.
Absolutely not, especially when they're already so much against you. But at the end of the day, where do you go from there? You know, if they're booing you, you might as well lean into it.
Where do you go? And see, this is what happens. Now the crowd's chanting, "Let's go, Blake." A fan favorite here in pro wrestling action, and rightfully so. This man is a fighting champion. This is the second defense in just 2 days. What a wonderful weekend we have here.
It's crazy, and Blake Banks coming in with some fire right now. He is listening to this crowd cheer his name, and he's coming for it.
Swinging neck breaker. Blake Banks retaking control of this match, feeding off the energy of this crowd. And they are definitely behind their favorite, the Voltage champion, Blake Banks, the trust fund kid. I like to refer to him as Rolls Royce royalty. Fireman's carry into a solid neck breaker.
Rolls Royce royalty, I like that.
Well, I've been coming up with these all weekend, man. Stick around.
You gotta add that to the intro.
Speaking of introductions, man, the weather is nice out here. You should have seen the intros from yesterday, and we're just getting started with the intros for today. Pro Wrestling Action truly is bringing the action here to Leesburg, Florida for Bike Fest 2025. And can you imagine, this is our opening contest.
I know, you've got 7 incredible matches today, and all of them are gonna be hard-hitting. And
7?
Yeah.
Holy crap, 7 matches. You heard it, folks. If you're not here, you're missing out, I'm telling you. Free action here in Leesburg, Florida for Bike Fest 2025, and your opening contest is a Voltage Championship match between the Trust Fund Kid Blake Banks and Only Cam's Cam Stewart. The action doesn't get any better anywhere else on the planet right now at this moment.
You know, Brandon, I've got to point out, though, I think the frustration is really starting to build here at Cam Stewart. You know, he's pounding on the ring, telling Blake to get up. This could be good, but it could also be a mistake.
Oh, wait. Cutter!
Oh! Out of nowhere!
Statement! Out of nowhere! Going for it! Middle rope in! Woo! Blake Banks, look at the security. 1, 2, 3, that's it!
And
right there!
Let's go!
Blake Banks retains the Voltage Championship. Dr. Eric, take him home!
Pro Wrestling Action Voltage Champion, the Trust Fund Kid, Blake Banks!
What a match for the Voltage Championship to kick off night 2 of Born to be Wild. Brandon, that was amazing. I'm excited for the action to come. Stay tuned with Pro Wrestling Action. We'll be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Pro Wrestling Action's Born to be Wild Day 2 from the Leesburg Bike Fest. My name is Dr. Christopher, this is Brandon Cory Alexander, and we've got some Marvels Division action going on right now.
We got SCOTTI SOSA taking on the Queen Pin Katalina Perez, 2 of my absolute favorites in the wrestling business. And these 2 are none to be played with. Katalina Perez has been out for a little while, and then she's making her re-debut, if you will. This is her Pro Wrestling Action debut, right
now, yeah. You've got 2 ladies. Scotty's been with Pro Wrestling Action before in tag team action, so this is her singles debut with PWA, and this is obviously Catalina's return to wrestling, essentially. So this is very exciting. 2 ladies I've had my eye on for a while now.
I've been watching the Instagram of Katalina Perez, you know, at Queen Pin. Catalina Perez on Instagram. She's been posting training videos, trying to get that ring rust off. She looks in tremendous shape. She looks like she hasn't skipped a beat. Let's see how she does here against SCOTTI SOSA. SCOTTI SOSA, who has not missed a beat at all, has been consistent for the last couple of years.
Very true, and you know, while Scotty's been on that rise since pretty much debuting in wrestling, that is the time period that Katalina has been out. You know, Katalina had a lot of experience prior to going down with injury. You know, she was on AEW Dark a bunch, you know, but now we're at the Leesburg Bike Fest. You gotta bring the heat tonight.
Oh, yeah. Leesburg Bike Fest 2025. We got some action happening in the ring right now for the Marvels division. Scotty Sosa in control of Katalina Perez right now. Katalina Perez trying to get a, looks like she's trying to swing for the torso there with a wrist lock to take control of this match. Scotty does a ring wrister, gets a waist lock. What is Katalina Perez gonna do to get out of this one? Reaching for the ropes, but she's a little far. Oh, and a swift kick. Katalina gets out of that one, ducks the clothesline.
What a double kick by Scotty, wow.
Into the corner with a splash, no. But Scotty knows where she's at. With a dainty little wave, and then she misses. Katalina goes, swings, and a miss. Nice matrix maneuver by Scotty Sosa and a back slam.
It's a little too early to be going for a pinfall right now.
Absolutely. It's not something you want to do in the first 2 minutes of a match. You want to wear your opponent down. We were discussing yesterday what's more important in a match. Is it, what's more important? Is it strategy or is it endurance?
I'm not sure how Catalina's going to react to the crowd calling her a chicken right now just for using a fan. Little bok in the chicken area here.
I'm not entirely sure what's going on with this crowd here in Leesburg. But as I was saying, we were discussing yesterday what is more important in professional wrestling? Is it endurance or is it strategy? Because the longer you could go, obviously that plays in your favor. But if you have a strategy, you could get it over with early.
I will say that when you're in a situation like we are today, outside, middle of the afternoon, endurance might be more important because you've got the heat factor right now. You've got
Absolutely.
The crowd is bringing more heat in here. Obviously, Catalina's coming for a fan already at this point. So
right, absolutely. You want to stay cool in a show like this. We're underneath the tent here in the beautiful Leesburg, Florida for Bike Fest 2025. Your current contest right now, Katalina Perez, aka the Queen Pin, taking on Scotty Sosa. And she is swinging on something awesome.
Not to count on how important strategy is in a professional wrestling match, but I'm just thinking with the heat tonight.
I think they're both very even. I just feel like the longer you go in a match, endurance is probably more important than strategy, because if you have a strategy and it's really good, you can probably get this thing over in like 2 minutes.
3 seconds.
If it goes longer than 5, endurance. Back and forth strikes, Katalina Perez and Scotty Sosa right in the center of the pro wrestling action ring. Scotty Sosa now on the match, grabbing that shoulder as her arm was almost yanked out of socket. Only a 2 count. Referee saying the shoulder was up. Katalina Perez doing a very good job of targeting that shoulder of Scotty Sosa, trying to wrench it out of the socket, because you know if you can't swing for the fences, you can't get a hit.
Absolutely, and as this match goes on, I expect Katalina to get more and more vicious as those frustrations continue to build. You lost years of your career due to injury.
Absolutely.
Now you're back. You want to get this done quickly. You want to get it definitively and make sure you come out with the victory.
Correct. I have watched Katalina for many, many years. We've been up and down the road together. We've worked several different shows together. This is a violent and vicious woman. But not only is she violent and vicious, she's very smart. She knows what she's doing. She picks a body part of her opponent and she just attacks it. And right now she's going after the shoulder of Scotty Sosa. Sosa with that back elbow and another back elbow, using her right arm to do the damage. And a solid drop kick by Scotty Sosa. Scotty seems to be in pain. You're a doctor, right? What would you do about that?
Well, I'm a psychiatrist to start, so I'm more of a mental health type of guy. But, I mean, a little bit of ice might help it.
Psychiatrist, schmychiatrist. Doctor's a doctor, right? You got a PhD. Sosa off the ropes. Handspring into a back elbow. And still feeling the pain of that left shoulder.
It's an impressive maneuver, but how much did it take out of Scotty herself?
I'm imagining a lot. I remember a long time ago I dislocated my shoulder and I was not comfortable with that at all, so I can only imagine how Scotty feels right now. I mean, you've got many different core options going on with that shoulder. You got a rotator cuff, you've got your scapula muscles, you've got all kinds of core pieces when you work on somebody's arm, you essentially do major damage to them. Katalina Perez is one to do major damage, like she's doing right now. But SCOTTI is no slouch in the ring. She's fighting back, European uppercut style. Forearms to the chest of Katalina. Katalina now in the corner, trying to catch her breath. Strategy.
You know, in these types of matches, every second counts.
Oh, wait, wait, wait. Katalina's on the court. Three, it's a 3 count.
Those 3 seconds count, that's for sure.
Did you see that?
I did.
I'm not even going to point that out. Ladies and gentlemen, Katalina Perez takes home the W. And speaking of taking them home, Dr. Eric, tell him something.
We've got a lot more action coming our way. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Dr. Eric Christopher. This is Brandon Cory Alexander. Leesburg Bike Fest, Born to be Wild Day 2. We will be right back.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Brandon Cory Alexander, BCA. For those who know me, standing side by side with my partner. Actually, we're sitting down. It's Dr. Eric Christopher joining me today. And this is match 3 in your Marbles division for day 2 here at Leesburg Bike Fest for pro wrestling action. Dr. Eric, what's up?
A whole lot is up right now. We've got an intense matchup here. You've got TSUNAMI versus the Island Girl. These two have fought each other all across the country, and now it has brought them to Leesburg, Florida here for pro wrestling actions. Born to be Wild Day 2, and I'm excited for this one.
Born to be Wild is an understatement and is a great title for this show. You got TSUNAMI versus the Island Girl TT right now. 2 people who know each other very, very well. Good chemistry in the ring. Let's see where this takes us. TSUNAMI starting things off in, well, really mean fashion. Solid right hand to start off this match here in the middle of the ring. Forearms to the Island Girl TT. Island Girl TT hasn't even had a chance to take off her vest yet.
This is great, though. I appreciate this approach by TSUNAMI. You go right after the veteran.
Exactly.
2 decades in the business for Island Girl, and you got to go right at her.
2 decades seems like a long time, but if you blink your eye, it passes by in no time at a snap of a finger. And speaking of a snap of a finger, it looks like TSUNAMI is trying to take a Thanos approach and get this thing over with early. Again, we were talking earlier, strategy. Strategy or endurance, 2 things that are very pertinent pieces of skill and talent in pro wrestling. TSUNAMI taking control of this match very early with a headlock. Island Girl TT fighting back with strikes to that midsection of TSUNAMI, and now some stiff forearm shots. Still has yet to take off her vest. Almost makes you think this thing might turn into a street fight.
I think that's exactly what the people here in Leesburg would want. I mean, you got the Bike Fest. She's wearing a Harley Davidson jacket. Let's go.
Well, if you notice, both ladies came out representing Harley Davidson motorcycles. That's where we are. Leesburg Bike Fest 2025. Pro wrestling actions born to be wild. It's been a wild, wild weekend. No pun intended at all. There it is. She takes off the vest.
We're going to get a little surfboard action here. I'm pretty positive.
Is this a Hawaiian surfboard? Looking to go tubular. All she's got to do is grab the wrist. TSUNAMI fighting back, not letting her take control of this submission.
You can see it in her face. She's excruciating pain from this lock. Got to the ropes, though.
TSUNAMI has every chance, as much as the Island Girl TT does, to take home the W. It is still very early in this contest. She says bye-bye and throws the Island Girl TT right out to the floor here in front of the crowd, the wild crowd of pro wrestling action.
But I cannot stress enough how dangerous it is when you leave the ring. Obviously, the ring is hard. It's hard as a rock, but you literally, we're on the ground here, and it's going to get really dangerous really quickly.
Wrestling is a dangerous sport, Dr. Eric. This is not ballet. You know that more than anybody else does. This
TSUNAMI's asking for a beer.
I don't know if you've ever taken a bump on some grass, but it's solid as concrete.
Wait, no, Island Girl's asking for a beer.
She wants a beer? I got a freshie right here. It's nice and cold. Real American beer for real American people.
Are we about to have a beer drinking contest in the middle of this match?
Hey, I want in on this right here, yeah.
Oh, this is exciting. Oh my gosh! Oh, the disrespect! The disrespect!
What if we win?
Oh
And
my
she
goodness!
throws the beer out. What a waste of alcohol, Dr. Eric.
You could have given the beer to me, to Brandon. Oh!
I have a couple over here already, but I would have taken another.
Where's mine?
That's alcohol abuse.
Where's my beer?
Oh, the things you see at Bike Fest, I'm telling
This
you.
is incredible.
This weekend marks off as a top 5 staple in my entire career. And that big boot to the face of Island Girl TT was top 5 I've ever seen in this business.
I showed up here to the Bike Fest expecting to just call some wrestling matches, and I got a beer drinking contest out of it. This is the greatest day of my life.
Ladies and gentlemen, I was here when Dr. Eric pulled up in his very, very fancy car, might I add.
Absolutely.
And I don't think when he got out of the driver's side of the car, he expected to walk into this kind of action. But hey, it's Leesburg Bike Fest. It's born to be wild. It's pro wrestling action, and here we are. TSUNAMI taking control of this match back in the center of the ring, the most dangerous spot to be. TSUNAMI abiding by the rules, off the ropes, goes for like a splash and misses.
Oh, here we go.
Is she going for the surfboard again?
I think she is.
Hawaiian style. Almost like a clover leaf lock on the legs, but putting pressure on the upper back with her other
I think
foot.
she's got it locked in. Oh, she's got it.
There she goes. Locks it in. Riding the waves, baby, going tubular. This is the part where she grabs the arms, and if she wrenches back, there it is! A dangerous move. Island Girl TT takes home the W again, Doctor.
Island Girls TT.
Strategy wins in this one. And speaking of strategy,
That match was action-packed between two women that knew each other so well. We got a beer drinking contest. That was crazy. Well, thank you, everyone. Once again, we will be right back with more from the Leesburg Bike Fest Born to be Wild, Day 2.
ladies and gentlemen, my name is Brandon Cory Alexander alongside Dr. Eric Christopher. This is a match I was not expecting here in Leesburg, Florida for Born to be Wild by Pro Wrestling Action. Sofia and Olivia?
Olivia Rose. When you've got the gamer girl in there ready to rock and roll, it's time to play the game here at the Leesburg Bike Fest. I'm excited for this one.
You must be a motorhead to be here at Leesburg Bike Fest.
See what you did there. And I like it.
Sofia with her pigtails taking control with a headlock on this match, but Olivia grabbing those pigtails, trying to get the advantage. Now the idea of a pro wrestling match is to try, as we've been stating before, strategy versus endurance, to see which one actually helps you out more. And in this case, it looks like Sofia is using strategy, trying to end this thing early.
And clearly Sofia's got a little bit of the size advantage, a lot of muscle on her there, so she's going to be using that strength throughout the entire match today, really. But no. Definitely interested to see what happens here.
I'm interested to see what happens as well. Really working the headlock, trying to take all the wind out of Olivia Rose. And now Olivia Rose with her own version of a headlock. Off the ropes. Oh, wow, the splits.
Wow.
Wow.
Tripping her opponent.
Two very acrobatic ladies, apparently. This is, I was not expecting this at all when I got here today.
The thing I love about this match right now, this is the third match we've seen today from our Marvels division. It proves how deep the Pro Wrestling Action Marvels division is. To have 3 women's matches back to back to back, great to see. I love to see it.
Pro Wrestling Action has a deep, deep roster, and you can see more of it on May 18th at Shake, Rattle, and Rumble. But right now, we're focused on this match here at Leesburg Bike Fest. It is a beautiful day outside. You got 2 beautiful ladies in the ring, beating each other up. I couldn't ask for anything more on a weekend, I'm telling you right now, Dr. Eric.
You know, in the argument between endurance and strategy, Olivia just used a little bit of strategy there, getting her opponent right into the corner there and then kicking her right in the face. Brutal.
Olivia Rose with a snapback takeover and then kicks the lower lumbar region of Sofia. Only a 2 count though. Strategy does not work well if you don't execute correctly. That's the one thing I will give you when that argument takes place. Football style shoulder tackle, kick to the quadricep and the hamstring.
And it looks like that kick to the face that I mentioned earlier might have busted open the nose of Sofia here.
Yeah, I did not notice that. Thank you for pointing that out. That's why you're the doctor and I'm not. Olivia Rose taking control again with that headlock here. This is not at all what I expected to see.
We've seen a lot of hard-hitting matches already tonight, but this one's really hard-hitting.
She is busted open. Got blood dripping from her nose. She's got marks on the side of her face.
That nose may be broken.
Ref definitely needs to check on her. Shoulder tackle into the corner. Olivia Rose in control right now. Sofia ducks it over. 1, 2, only a 2 count. And a nice solid backbreaker. Dr. Eric, you're a wrestling aficionado. Tell me how effective is the backbreaker in that style here in professional wrestling?
I mean, ultimately everything works through your spine, right? And you have those knees that are going directly into the spinal region. You could obviously take your opponent out, make sure they can't move to kick out of that 3. Also takes your breath away. Yep. So there's so many reasons why that move is so effective, and I love to see it pulled out here today.
I'm glad you pointed that out because I've been making movie references all weekend, and usually I say if a man can't breathe, a man can't fight. But in this case, if a woman can't breathe, she can't fight. The spine is a very important part of your torso. It's part of your core, and well, these ladies know how to work the violence into the match and take out your spine. Both women back to their feet. Clothesline by Sofia, taking control of this match with blood dripping from her face. Scoop slam, and she's down. Japanese style, 1, 2, and only a 2 count.
It's almost as if that blood running down her face is like her version of Mario's mushroom. And the gamer girl is getting a power up right now, and she's taking it to Olivia.
That's a very, very valid point. It's like the adrenaline seeping from her face, and there's a 3 count just like that. Olivia Rose takes home the W.
And your winner of the match, Olivia Rose.
An unexpected ending to that matchup. Olivia Rose pulls it out of nowhere. Wow, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a lot of action still to come. Thank you for joining us. We will be right back with more of Pro Wrestling Actions Born to be Wild, Day 2. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Pro Wrestling Actions Born to be Wild, Day 2. We've got one heck of a matchup here.
Who in the world decided to put these 2 giant men in the ring? You got ONIX versus Terry Kidd, the smooth operator versus a man literally made of the hardest type of rock in the world.
Every time I see Terry Kidd, I think, wow, things just got smooth. But then you're in there with a mammoth of a man, an absolute behemoth in ONIX. I am a little scared for Terry Kidd today.
Look at the size of this guy, 260 some odd pounds in the gym, constantly working on his physique, and you can obviously tell. Terry Kidd gives up the weight advantage by height. A very tall gentleman. 2 bulls locking up in the center of the ring. And a nice little headlock takeover. Another headlock takeover.
Quite possibly the smoothest headlock takeovers I've ever seen.
Well played, Dr. Eric. Well played. Terry Kidd, an old school style professional wrestler known as the smooth operator, likes his technical styles. He executes flawlessly every single time. But ONIX, man, this guy's very mysterious. There's not a lot to be said about this guy except for he's big, he's strong, he's strategic, and he's got a jaw that's harder than diamonds.
Terry Kidd just said he's going to put this smoothie in the blender.
I'm not sure how I would take that. See that right there? That's what I'm talking about. The strategy of ONIX. This man is very smart. He's been in many, many different big fight situations before. This is not his first rodeo. He said, let's cowboy up, let's go to war in the middle of a pro wrestling action ring right here in the middle of Leesburg, Florida for Bike Fest 2025. ONIX just stomping Terry Kidd right out. And now, look, there you go.
You know, this might not be ONIX's first rodeo, but it is the first time I'm seeing him in action, and this guy is terrifying. I could not imagine being Terry Kidd right now, being put into the corner and just stomped out like that. Jeez.
Absolutely not. Not the kind of guy you want to see in an alley, I'll tell you that. Nice scoop slam by ONIX. Almost shades of the big dog. A little bit of a bark there after, putting some stank on it.
Woof, woof.
Oh, and there you go, rear chin lock. Headlock this position, those huge arms right around the larynx of Terry Kidd. Terry Kidd turning different, look at him, he's turning different shades of the rainbow right now. Like now he's red, yeah, I think he's turning purple a little bit.
Soon he will be the color of his ring gear. And this is for the point where ONIX's arms, so you mentioned the sheer size of those arms, but to just crush someone's throat like that and put him to sleep, oh
If I'm not mistaken, the measurements are 23 1/8 of an inch round biceps.
Bigger than 23-inch pythons?
23 1/8 of an inch.
Wow. That was one big guy.
Nice float over and only a 2 count. Terry Kidd trying to take this one home early because he knows that this is a big man. He might be in some danger. Throwing stiff right shots to the jawline of ONIX. Irish whip.
Oh, got the big man down.
Shades of old school wrestling. Terry Kidd right now. Lariat after lariat after lariat. That's
right in that blender.
I grew up in a generation where you go in the grinder, but same difference. Fireman's carrying a nice little spin. Shades of Cesaro style.
I'm getting dizzy, Brandon.
That move was developed in Swiss wrestling. Oh, looked like he was going to go for a backslide, but kind of miscalculated there. And a back body drop into like a Uranagi style.
2, 3.
ONIX taking home the W.
And your winner of the match.
What a PWA debut by ONIX.
What a debut here in Pro Wrestling Action for ONIX. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, my name is Dr. Eric Christopher. This is Brandon Cory Alexander. We will be right back at Born to be Wild Day 2. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Pro Wrestling Action's Born to be Wild Day 2. My name's Dr. Eric Christopher. This is Brandon Cory Alexander, and we've got more Marvel's Division action as Valentina Rossi goes one-on-one with Kelsey Heather.
Oh man, Marvel's Division, Marvel's Division, Marvel's Division. It's been nothing but ladies action here in Leesburg, Florida for a majority of the day. I'd say 75% so far at Leesburg Bike Fest, and these fans love it. And they should learn to love pro wrestling action, because not only are we doing this thing here in Leesburg for Bike Fest, but in Deltona on May 18th it's Shake, Rattle, and Rumble. But speaking of rumbling, look what's going on in the ring, Dr. Eric.
This is one match I have been looking forward to the most. You've got two women in Kelsey Heather and Valentina Rossi who've been making their names for themselves all across the country for years, both competing in AEW, TNA, WOW Women of Wrestling, and now they've come to Pro Wrestling Action's Born to be Wild to finally face off in one-on-one competition.
The WOW
superheroes,
exciting, man, they are something different.
Absolutely, some of the best women's wrestlers in the world.
Kelsey Heather here. I love the gear, man. I'm a big basketball guy, so I love the gear, but I'm also an Italian male, so Valentina Rossi, the sauce boss, if you will, I love her too. And these two ladies are no slouches in the middle of a pro wrestling action ring. Kelsey Heather with the up and the over, but Valentina not playing no games with this woman. Ducks the clothesline off the ropes, ducks an elbow. Nope, catches her. And look at this style of a pin. This is nuts. 1, 2. Heather trying to take it home early. Again, we've been talking all day. Strategy versus endurance. And backhand spring into the corner. Valentina picks her up. Looks like, oh no. I would say a front body drop on that one.
You know, and as the action gets underway, I have to bring up the personal aspects of this match. These two women have been friends for years, but now they've been talking a whole lot of smack against each other all over social media. Evident by this choke by Valentina Rossi, these two women are about to go at it. They are about to beat each other down to get that victory.
That is why you are the good doctor of professional wrestling. You know things that I do not know. I usually pay attention to move sets and roster moves and things like that. You know things I don't know, so thank you for being here.
There's just so much more that goes on between some of these wrestlers in these matches where they travel together, they're friends together, and then to finally have to go up against each other, how do you truly fight your friend without becoming an enemy?
Well, I mean, to that point, when you're friends and you travel up and down the road with each other, you learn now your enemy's weaknesses, their strengths, how you can exploit them. And that's exactly what these two are looking to do with each other here in the middle of a PWA ring.
And what a kick by Valentina in the corner there.
Oh!
Using that flexibility.
Beautiful Taekwondo style crescent kick, but only warrants her a 2 count. Referee Jeffrey Flores is your senior official for today here in Leesburg, Florida for Born to be Wild. And what a wild weekend it has been. And this is your semi-main event for here at Born to be Wild. The sun is going behind the clouds. It is a beautiful day. We've got beautiful women. This is pro wrestling action. I couldn't have asked for a better weekend.
Absolutely.
I know that right now
Leesburg are just going crazy right now. They're excited for this one. What were you gonna say though?
I was gonna say 𝐾𝐬Zzz probably could ask for a better weekend. She was getting her arm and her shoulder wrenched out of socket, but now with a backslide, Valentina Rossi in a predicament. 1-2, only a 2 count. Valentina Rossi comes out of that pinning predicament straight to a kick to the face, and now on the offensive with these elbow strikes and a forearm strike to 𝐾𝐬Zz's face. 𝐾𝐬Zzz is out. She is laying in the middle of a ring.
Valentina just putting a little something extra on all those shots. That's the point where this personal beef comes into play. It's not just about beating the opponent and getting the 1, 2, 3. It's about leaving some damage, making sure they remember your name.
Absolutely. The name of this business is professional wrestling. It is not personal wrestling, but when it gets personal, it gets dangerous. These two women know a lot about each other. They know how to expose each other's weaknesses, exploit the strengths, use it to their advantage. Just like that right there. 𝐾𝐬𝐶 going on the offensive. Clotheslines galore. Now a kick to the midsection. Front face lock. Looks like she might be going for a suplex. Valentina Rossi with a reversal there. Irish whip into the corner. Kelsey Reagan in a problem right now. Goes for the splash and misses. Does Valentina Rossi. Headlock takeover. And modified style crescent kick with a backflip. 1, 2. Only a 2 count.
I was waiting to see how long it would take 𝐾𝐬𝐶 to pull out something so athletic like that, bringing in that cheerleading background that she has. Obviously, she's a big sports fan.
Absolutely.
Man, what a beautiful moonsault.
I like the Chicago Bulls style attire she's got going on. Big basketball fan over here. Love the Chicago Bulls. Love the Orlando Magic. Shout out to Orlando right now. We're not too far. We're here at beautiful Leesburg, Florida for Bike Fest 2025. And the action has not stopped for 2 days straight. I'm glad you're here to join me for the day 2. Valentina Rossi going for a cover after that swinging neck breaker, and only a 2 count. Losing her cool here. She's losing the sauce.
This is the point where you cannot lose your cool. You have to stay focused.
See what happens?
This is what happens.
Armbar locked
she
in.
taps out.
She's tapping.
She tapped out.
𝐾𝐬𝐶 taking home the W. Wait. There it is. There's the bell. It is official now.
Your winner of the match, 𝐾𝐬𝐶.
Just as I'm mentioning losing focus, 𝐾𝐬𝐶 takes advantage of the situation with a beautiful armbar, gets the pin, gets the tap out. What a matchup, Brandon.
We are 6 matches in, and you and I are 3 for 3. It's strategy versus endurance. Strategy wins this one, ladies and gentlemen. We will be back with more wrestling for pro wrestling action. Stay tuned.
Ladies Ladies and gentlemen, excitement is in the air as we are back for the main event of Pro Wrestling Actions. Born to be Wild Day 2, the All-Star Championship is on the line as Ray Fury goes one-on-one with Private Eye, Slade Porter.
Slade Porter doing his best to fight for a chance to even hold the Pro Wrestling Action All-Star Championship. We saw him get his hands on it earlier, quickly got it taken away by the referee. This is going to be an all-timer, I'm telling you right now. I'll put my money on it. I've been betting and gambling all weekend here at Leesburg Bike Fest. I'll put my money on this one.
And the crowd is solely behind Ray Fury already, even before they lock up. I am excited for this one. Big fight feel. I know you're excited, Brandon. Let's do this.
Ray Fury with the second best entrance of the weekend. Locking up here in the center of the ring. A headlock off the ropes. And Slade Porter with a shoulder tackle. Ray Fury down.
Slade Porter's coming out here saying he wants to be the new champ. I'll try not to be that biased. Maybe Ray Fury gets the job done tonight. Hey, but I'm cheering for Slade.
You and I are both on the same page. I've known Ray Fury for going on 13 years now. I've seen what he's capable of. Slade Porter, I'm still getting used to. But this I know this man he's very smart. Strategy, like always. We've been talking about this all night. Strategy. Intellect is going to play a part in this match. But if it goes longer than 5 minutes, I don't know. The cardio game of Ray Fury might be able to pull one off in this one. We're going to see who takes the W.
Slade Porter is a private eye. He's got a lot of brains up in that head of his. I'd imagine the strategy is simple. Go right after Ray, but hey, we'll see what Slade's got up his sleeve.
It's really weird. Small head, big brain. There you go. See big brain energy
See,
right now.
There you go. Big brain.
Taking himself a break outside the ring. Because Slade Porter knows he has to the count of 10. He can do whatever it is that he wants.
Slade has come a long way since I met him almost a decade ago when he was just a frat boy. But now he's a private eye. He's using these brains, using that fan to get a little bit of a relax moment here.
Ray Fury was pointed out earlier by our wonderful ring announcer, Chad, the master of the froggy elbow.
Love Chad Green. He's great.
Chad Green, one of the best in the business, and I would know. It takes one to know one. And a slap to the face. Ray Fury doing damage right now. Arm drag, solid style. Another arm drag. Ray Fury on the offensive here. Hip toss into the corner, doing damage to the lower back. And Slade Porter goes for the lateral press. 1, 2. Woo! It is getting hot here in Leesburg.
I gotta say, you gotta be a little impressed by Ray Fury and his title reign here. You know, being All-Star champion since October of last year, he has gone up against some of the very best. Brian Brock, you know, now Slade Porter. I'm very interested to see how he combats someone with the intelligence of Slade Porter. Obviously, the strategy here, go outside the ring, get away from Ray.
That is what I love most about Pro Wrestling Action. The eclectic roster of characters. You never know who you're going to see in a PWA ring. Like you just said, Ray Fury went from facing a guy who is a bull-headed cowboy, southern boy, strong as hell.
Right in front of us here.
Now facing Slade Porter.
Gets rocked. Wow.
Slade Porter facing the table.
Wait. You want to hit a man with glasses. You want to hit a man with glasses.
He hits men with glasses all the time, I promise.
He does. He hits men with glasses. Oh, wait.
Oh, no, don't do that.
Oh, my God. The crowd getting involved.
What are you doing?
Yeet.
Oh, no.
2 times, because I ain't never lied. The crowd wants it one more time.
Oh,
dang.
Right in front of us
Action
here,
going
Brandon.
crazy
Slade is
here.
getting beat down. And this sick crowd chanting one more time. What's
Jesus.
going on?
I'm not sure what we just witnessed, but our table dang near got destroyed. Lost water, lost sunglasses, but one thing that hasn't been a loss is this match. Ray Fury's taking control easily.
Oh, no. Oh!
Protect the beer.
Whatever you do, protect the real American beer.
And a chop to the chest to Slade Porter, just writhing here.
Oh, and right in front of us here, Brandon, this is not going to be good.
We got the best seats in the house, Dr. Eric.
Slade's
I'm
got
telling
to
you.
move. There it
Oh,
goes!
look at the feet.
As if he heard me.
That right leg of Ray Fury just caught the corner of that post. That is not a good situation to be in, because if a man can't stand, he can't fight.
And if that leg hurts too much, that takes away that giant froggy elbow.
Oh my, yeah, because he's got to be able to keep his balance on the top rope.
Slade Porter is heated.
You know, I came into this match, I didn't have high expectations. I know both of these men are very talented, but I have been surprised from the beginning bell, and I'm sure I'll be surprised at the ending bell. This match is for the Pro Wrestling Action All-Star Championship, currently held by Ray Fury, but Slade Porter is making a great vie for candidacy to be the new Pro Wrestling Action All-Star Champion.
And what an action-packed matchup to end Bike Fest here at the Leesburg Bike Fest. Born to be Wild Day 2. This main event is off the rails.
The final match of Day 2 here. Leesburg Bike Fest in beautiful Leesburg, Florida. 1, 2, only a 2 count. And if you weren't here for this rare opportunity to see pro wrestling action for free, you missed out. You'll see it on YouTube. You're gonna regret not being here, feeling the energy of this crowd, feeling the kicks of Ray Fury. Is Slade Porter, those quadriceps, both of them now.
There is truly nothing like a pro wrestling action show. You never know what you're gonna see, but you're gonna love every moment of it.
And if you missed this one, you can definitely check us out on Sunday, May 18th for Shake, Rattle, and Rubble in beautiful Deltona, Florida. We're all over the place. We bring the action of pro wrestling action. Slade Porter working on the ankle here of Ray Fury. That same ankle, no, I'm sorry, that's the opposite ankle. So he's actually working both feet of Ray Fury right now.
And how smart is that? You take away the kicks of Ray Fury. You take away that high-flying ability of Ray Fury.
Well, you heard announcer Chad Green earlier say that Ray Fury is the master of the froggy elbow. In order to execute the froggy elbow, you need to be able to perch yourself on the top rope and keep your balance for a minimum of 2 seconds, aim, and execute. If you can't stand, you can't execute it. Smart move by Slade Porter. Up, and another smart move there, lifting him up. Ray Fury's face hits the top turnbuckle. That is not an orthopedic pillow. It is solid steel cabling underneath it with an eyelet made of galvanized steel, and it hurts. Regardless of whether you're wearing a mask or have a beard, it hurts.
Let's go, Jordan!
Impressive. Slade Porter is just taking it to the All-Star champion. Hit after hit. Not enough yet.
The crowd here in Leesburg, Florida is your typical pro wrestling action crowd. You got children of all ages, you got adults of all ages, and everybody here is rowdy. Speaking of rowdy, right now we've got a rowdy maneuver. Slade Porter executing a double, what looks to be a chokeout, using Ray Fury's own arms in a submission maneuver. Almost like a mission headlock. Ray Fury trying to fight back, feel the energy of the crowd chanting Lucha, Lucha. And Dr. Eric, you got some kids right behind you feeding off the energy.
Very true. They are loud and they are into this one. They are cheering for Ray Fury to turn this one around.
Ray Fury looking to be in danger here. That Pro Wrestling Action All-Star Championship could change hands here. We're going to have to wait and see. Slade Porter in control right now on the offensive, trying to take the air out of the lungs of Ray Fury. If he passes out, that's an automatic submission.
And I cannot express how much the landscape of pro wrestling action would change if Slade Porter right now did the unthinkable and became the brand new All-Star champion.
100%. I could not agree with you more. The entire landscape of this entire company, maybe even the business as we know it, could change if Slade Porter becomes Pro Wrestling Action All-Star Champion. But I know Ray Fury's a fighting champion. As much as you guys might not agree or get along, I know him as a fighting champion. He will do everything he can to hold on to that title. discus chest slap and a discus forearm. Ray Fury in control, asking for the adrenaline rush. Over and under, and a backhand, keeping it strong. Ray Fury, kick to the midsection, Slade Porter.
Not today! New champ!
Say it, not today, new champ.
Not today, new champ.
All right.
Wow.
Oh, nice enziguri in the corner. Ray Fury, spin out, and a cutter. Fury cutter, God! Here we go, 1, 2. Oh, my
he
God!
kicked out. How did Slade Porter kick out of that beautiful cutter? I thought that was 3, Brandon. I thought that was 3.
I thought that was 3, and I'm telling you, if referee Jeffrey Flores was in the ring, it might have been 3.
That's very true.
This crowd is excited here. Leesburg Florida Bike Fest 2025. We hope to come back in 2026.
Well, wait, Brandon. I think he's going for that froggy elbow. Will his legs hold up?
I don't know. We'll see, Dr. Eric. Let's watch closely.
What's the referee doing?
It's like he's in the way.
Oh!
My
Slade
eyes.
hitting that top rope, causing Ray Fury to fall right into the never region, onto the top rope there. Oh, man.
Very confused as what just happened here. You see things with our eyes that a lot of other people don't see, and what I saw, I'm going to have to question for a while. Slade Porter with the back elbow. What the?
Slade just hit
referee's
Ray with that
distracted
magnifying glass.
He's distracted by security? 1, 2.
New champ! Oh!
Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you can see it. My head is in my palms right now. We almost had a new Pro Wrestling Action All-Star champion. All because the referee was late on counting because he was distracted by security.
And Slade, rightfully so, questioning where the referee was. Obviously taking advantage of the referee's positioning, causing that froggy elbow to go awry. Oh my goodness!
His suspenders came off. Enziguri to the back of the... Oh my God.
Oh wait, is Ray going up again?
Ray Fury's going up
again?
Elbow. He's perched up. He's looking down.
Oh! F-bomb! Froggy elbow, he's got to pin him! He's got to pin him!
Here we go! 1, 2, 3! Ray Fury retains!
The winner of the match is still Pro Wrestling Action All-Star Champion, Ray Fury!
Oh yeah, Dr. Eric! What a match, what a weekend! Take him home, baby!
Brandon, what a way to finish off the Leesburg Bike Fest Pro Wrestling Actions Born to Be Wild Day 2. Thank you everyone so much for joining us tonight. Make sure you come to Shake, Rattle, and Rumble on May 18th, 2025 at the Center at Deltona. This is a great one. Pro Wrestling Action is running wild, everyone. Thank you for joining us. My name's Dr. Christopher. Brandon, Cory, Alexander. Thank you so much.